Last year, we did this subject. We did this subject on relationships between brother-brother, sister-brother, mother-daughter, father-son, father-daughter, person with the cerebral palsy versus their personal assistant. And last year we had Edward and his brother talk. This year, and I thought that was great. This year I talked to several people, and one thing that I wanted to do, and I didn't highlight a specific relationship because I wanted us to be frank and open and talk about it. So if we, this is a heavy subject. Let me just tell you, this year I've known 5 people that have had brothers and sisters, and their parents, their both parents have passed away, and they're not in charge of their money. They're not in charge of their inheritance. And that can get tough when you have a brother and sister, or you have whatever you have, siblings, and the politics between the siblings and the money can get tough. So I just want to have an open and frank discussion with all of us on stuff that we can share, because you know what? We've been together for 2 days, so we should know each other by now. And there was a reason I put this at the end of the agenda, because sometimes it can be a very emotionally charged topic. So I'll start it off, to be honest. Father died about 5 years ago, this coming November 10th. And my mother and father, they once Dad died, Mom divvied up all the different things that we needed to help her with. My brother's in charge of security of the farm, hunting rights, stuff like that. My older sister Connie, is in charge of my mother's health and stuff like that, taking her to the doctor, being there when the doctor talks to her. My small sister Susan, younger sister, she's in charge of the daily operation of the farm. And Mom and Dad, before Dad passed away, they opened up their holdings to me. So we all 4 have different responsibilities. And yes, okay, I can say I'm in charge of Mom's finances. But you know what? You know who everybody goes to when the stock market drops 1%? They come to me. And I had my brother a couple months ago, my brother and my sister-in-law. My wife and I were driving around on Polaris, visiting people. I didn't see this coming. My brother just told me, you got to put everything in cash. The world's coming to the end. The Chinese are buying everything. La 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 la. Well, I mean, and they just ganged up on me for at least 98 minutes, and my wife kept on having to calm me down, because my brother was accelerating big time on me, and no matter what we're in charge of, and no matter what our relationships are, my brother loved me, and he would do anything for me. But when it comes to money, or when it comes to the rights of every individual in your family, it can get tough. And You know, I walked away with that. I walked away from that conversation with a lot of the knowledge about what my brother and my sister-in-law believed and what they wanted me to do. And it's hard sometimes, but I just want to open it up to the floor. And you know, if you've got great relations with everybody, that's wonderful, and that's all good. But that's not always real, because you know what? You learn when you get a crisis or emergency. You learn what your relationships are like, because that's when the rubber hits the road. So I would like to just open it up to the group, and please, we're going to be supportive. We're not going to say that doesn't matter. These are the ground rules. You cannot downplay something that somebody says, because you know what? It is real to them. It is real to the person who's talking. So I don't care what type of relationship you want to talk about, but let's kick it out. Do we have another mic? So who wants to start this? Because I think once we started, it will start flowing. Okay, Mike.
Oh, thank you. I struggle with obsession. It's just my personality. One moment. I think I have wonderful support from my family. My mom and my dad, they help me a lot. I'm very fortunate to have them. I really can't imagine my mom and dad gone from my life. I can't even fathom. I just can't imagine the idea.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the reality is that it will happen. May it be yesterday or 50 years from now, that will happen. But thank you for sharing. Ellen, do you want to talk? Okay.
This is Stacy. I just wanted to add that I have a twin sister, and she will, hopefully assume the role after my parents' decease. And I have Sinette here as well to help me along. Hopefully, I'll be able to stay with her. Thank you.
All right, Ellen.
I really love my parents deeply, but I have the horrible talking with them with years. I turned to other people. I don't know why. It may be me. I really do.
No, I think what you're
I don't know.
No, I mean, what you're saying is real. I mean, what, you want to say something? She was just saying she has a good relationship with her mother and father, but there's a lot of things that she really doesn't want to share with them. And that's true. There's a time and a place where we as people, as children, separate, and some of us can't separate as easy as others. I mean, because of different situations and different support situations and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of things that I wouldn't want to talk to my mom about. And so you're not isolated in that situation. You need to go find friends that you can talk to and you can trust.
Yeah.
And so you're not isolated.
What I do, but I feel isolated done to my parents. But I don't know. Personal years.
Right, I agree with you.
Like, mental health is my biggest one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Jocelyn. Mike, why don't you introduce yourself because you weren't here yesterday?
I'm sorry, I don't know everyone. I was absent without leave yesterday. I just wasn't here. I live in Alexandria, Virginia. My mom lives in Vegas. I think the thing that really bothers me about her is when I walk, or when I do things that make me look different from the quote-unquote normal person, i.e. walk with my arms out to my side. She criticizes me about it. She says, "Don't you want to look normal?" I do. But how do you explain to someone who doesn't know that when you walk, when you do stuff, your mind is not on, okay, where is my arm in relationship to the rest of my body? And then when she dies, I love my mom. She's a great mom, but sometimes when I was living with her full time, it would have been just easier if the arm were cut off, because there wouldn't have been the put your arm down, put your arm down, put your arm down over and over and over again. Well, I mean, if I look different, that's my problem. That's not her problem. And if no one ever likes me in this world because I walk funny, then that's my problem. I have to own it. She doesn't, and if she's embarrassed by that, that's her deal, not mine. And when I visit her, I don't like visiting her. I'm sorry. Mom's in the room. You are better than my mom. Don't tell her that. But what goes on in this room stays in this room. But it's the negativity that stays in your mind more than the positive comments oh, you look nice. Oh, you did a good job at work. Well, you look weird with your arms out to your side. I wanted to point that out to you. Well, 99% of the time, I'm not